This is Susan from LifeSkate, and I'm in Lake Placid, New York for the 2008 U.S. Adult Figure Skating Championships. Over 600 skaters from all over the United States have come to Lake Placid for this 4-day event, and they will be competing in singles, pairs, ice dancing, and interpretive free skate. Let's meet some of the dedicated volunteers who work behind the scenes to make this event a success. Jim Rogers is one of the announcers and a resident of Lake Placid who has worked in radio for more than 50 years.
This is the warm-up for Championship Masters Ladies. I've worked as a volunteer. Announcing is a volunteer job. I've worked as a volunteer with figure skating since the summer of 1962. You're told how to introduce them. There's a list of clubs. They identify themselves as with this club, and you identify their club, the location of their club, and then welcome them. And one is really expected to introduce everybody the same way, not to make anybody feel that everybody else feels you just made somebody more important than they were. So it's much the same tone of voice for everybody. I like to do it with a little bit of enthusiasm, make each one of them feel like they're probably the most important person in the building, because I think that's the way you ought to feel when you go on the ice. Probably the most fun I ever had was introducing Dorothy Hamill at a figure skating event, and I said to the crowd, she's just as beautiful inside as she is outside. She returned from her departure from the ice to blow me a kiss and then go back. That made me feel pretty good.
The volunteers in the accounting room have the very important task of tabulating and posting the results from each event. They are assisted by runners who, as you might have guessed, run back and forth after each event to report on the results. U.S. Figure Skating assembles all the supplies and equipment that the accounting personnel might need in an easily shippable container called Accounting in a Box. Also important at these U.S. Adult Championships are the ice monitors, who are a visible presence at each of the 3 rinks at the Olympic Center.
I am in charge of checking all the skaters in for their warm-ups, and I have to keep the referee notified if someone doesn't check in. They're in touch with me. If they don't have their music, then we have to track down their music, and we help them out with pronunciations of their names, skaters' names, and just kind of do a little bit of hold handing too for some of the skaters because they're nervous and they get confused and don't know where to be, and so we're just here. It's exciting. It's really fun. They're doing it for fun, and they're adults, so there's a little less drama.
And finally, a special thanks to the great ice sweepers who made sure that the ice was ready for the next skater by picking up stuffed animals, candy, and flowers after each skate. In total, over 100 volunteers helped make the 2008 U.S. Adult Championships a success. For LifeSkate.com, this is Susan, and remember,
skating is for life.